Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles at Memorial Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Jack Morris, whose record is 3-2 with a 5.19 ERA. And pitching for the Orioles today is Jim Palmer, whose record is 7-2 with a 3.43 ERA. And so we took 2 out of 3 against the Indians, and that moved us first place, 1 game under 500. And as I mentioned in the last game that we played, that on this day off that we just had, I was going to make some decisions regarding the personnel on this team. And so I did. I made a ton of trades, and I've re-signed some players. And so I don't know if they're going to be good enough for us to make a run this season, but I think I've at least trimmed some payroll and got rid of some dead weight, and got some players in return that I'm going to show you right now that I think are going to make a difference for the team here. So now these are a little bit out of order, so we're just going to go by the Tigers here first. So I traded Milt Wilcox to the and Milt is going to free agency at the end of the year, and he's 31 years old. So we traded him to the Yankees, and in return, I got Reggie Jackson, who's going to be our DH track for a couple of years, and Tim Lawler, who is a starting pitcher who's currently in AAA, but he could very easily make our team this year in the 4th or 5th role, and we'll look more into that in a few minutes. Steve Kemp, I traded to the Dodgers. So he is on the Dodgers now. And in return, we got 4 players. Most importantly, we got Greg Brock, who will be our first baseman of the future, and 3 pitchers, relievers, as we need some depth there. And in fact, Joe Beckwith is currently on our team. Then I traded Wayne Gross and Dave Stegman both. It's for Tom Filer, and in reality, it was mostly just Stegman for Filer, because Wayne Gross is definitely, his career is basically over in this game. But Tom Filer looks like a pretty solid pitcher. I have him in AAA, and he's made a few starts for the Cubbies in the last couple of years, and his rookie year doesn't look so good, but this season he looks like he's put together some pretty good numbers. So those are all the trades that I made. There was actually one other trade among 2 other teams, and that was Montreal and Philadelphia trading Angel Salazar to the Phillies for Greg Gross. So kind of a minor deal that doesn't really make much of a difference to us. And then I re-signed these 5 Tigers, really the core Tigers. We got Sweet Lou and Trammell on long-term deals, as well as Dave Rozema. Parrish, we extended him for 2 more years at a pretty decent rate. So, if you look at all of these numbers here, they don't look great, but I'm hoping that within the next couple of years, this core group of players will actually, make a difference in helping the Tigers get to the World Series, maybe even win it. So let's get on to the game now. We are not going to spend a lot of time, talking about players during this game. We're going to get right to the action. And as we've already spent enough time looking at all the trades. So let me know in the comments below whether you thought I made any good deals there. I think, it's going to be, yet to be determined. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks to see whether or not we've really made any strides with the current roster we have. As the game seems to be taking a moment here to upload into game mode, and that's kind of a bummer because my computer's been acting up the last couple of days. Anyway, here we are. You have Jack Morris on the mound. It's 2 aces against each other today. Morris versus Palmer. All of our bullpen is available. Joe Beckwith coming over in the trade is on the roster, and we sent Comstock down, and I brought up Dave Rucker, whose ratings are so high. So we're going to give him a shot. He did terrible for us last year. And there it is, folks. There's the roster. Oh, I don't know why Mickey Hatcher... Oh, that was a previous trade. That's why. So, yeah, this is our roster, our lineup for today. You can see down here in the on the bench, we still got Bobby Ramos. We just got him in the trade. And Jeffrey Leonard, we got in the trade a couple of days ago with Mickey Hatcher. So we'll go down the lineup officially here. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Ricky Henderson. Batting second at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and in left field now is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting fifth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting eighth and at third base is Mickey Hatcher. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And here's Jim Palmer. We've talked about him enough in the past, coming off that 17 and 14 year last year. The Orioles have him at 7-2 right now, 3.43 ERA. He's got a lot of walks, as he did last year, too. 33 walks in 81 innings pitched, only 51 Ks. Opponent's batting .235, and he's got 2 complete games. He's 35 years old, so he's definitely coming up to the end of his career. And anyway, defensive lineup right there for you. And we're going to start the game off with Ricky Henderson here. And Palmer walks Ricky. And, normally this would be a chance for us to just go ahead and steal. But we're going to hit and run with Tram. And Trammell, who's been incredibly hot lately, hits a ground ball to short. That's the first out as Henderson advances to second base. So one down, runner at second. And Palmer walks Gibby. So runners at first and second for JT, 4 for 20 with 5 walks against Jim Palmer. And there's a ground ball right to third. That should be 2. Yep. So wasted opportunity there as our clutch, our cleanup hitter could not be clutch. So here is the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles today. They've had a couple trades of their own. Playing shortstop and leading off is Jimmy Sexton. Batting second and DHing is Mike Eden. Batting third at first base is Eddie Murray. Batting cleanup at third base is Doug DeCinces. Batting fifth in right field is Ken Singleton. Batting sixth and catching is Rick Dempsey. Batting seventh at second base is Wayne Krenchicki. Batting eighth at shortstop is Bobby Bonner. And batting ninth in center field is Al Bumbry. And Jack's on the mound. He has been struggling since he had his complete game. He went 7 innings, giving up 1 run, which was his last victory. And then his last 2 starts, he has just been lit up. 11 runs in 12 innings, giving up 18 hits. So not great. We need him to be the ace that we've expected if we're going to take this new look team to the playoffs sometime in the near future. So Morris starts the game off by striking out Jimmy Sexton, who came over from Houston. And 1 down. Here is Mike Eden. Eden hits it right back to Morris. There's the second out. It's going to leave it up to Eddie Murray. And Morris walks every day, Eddie. So runner at first for Doug DeCinces, 4 for 11 with a home run. against Morris. And Morris strikes him out looking. So we go to the top of the second, no score. And here's Reggie Jackson leading off. Take a look at this card that Jeremy made. It's flawless. Of course, Reggie never played for Detroit, but you wouldn't know it by this photo. A great job by Jeremy manufacturing this card for us. Looks pretty cool. Reggie was actually in AAA on the Yankees, which is why he was expendable. And he's over 13 with 5 Ks against Palmer. And he walks, so 3 walks for Jim Palmer, as Mr. October is on first base. Next up is Parrish, and there's the first K for Jim. 1 down for Gary Hancock. We're going to hit and run with Hancock. And he hits a ground ball up at his eye level. And the play is made to first. So Jackson takes second base. See right here where that ball was. My goodness. And here's the first at bat as a Tiger, Mickey Hatcher. We just got him in a trade with Houston. Same deal, we got Jeffrey Leonard. And Hatcher is superior defensively at third, and also what I hope to be a better hitter as he pops out into foul ground on the first base side. So we go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here is Ken Singleton leading off, and Morris has his second walk. So walks the leadoff batter. Next up is Rick Dempsey. And Kenny Singleton trying to steal second base. That must be a missed hit and run as Parrish guns down Singleton. So with 1 down, looks like Dempsey's going to pop it up to Whitaker. Oh, Whitaker drops the ball. Literally and figuratively, as Dempsey standing on first base with 1 out. Here's Wayne Krenchicki, 2 for 4 against Morris, and this guy, batting .347, just rips it down the right field line. He has killed us all season, and so that's an early 1-0 lead. Next up is Bobby Bonner flying into left center field for the second out. 2 down for Al Bumbry, and Bumbry's going to get a base hit into center field, and it is 2-0. So Morris, although both of those runs are unearned, are definitely not helping out his own cause, as Jimmy Sexton gets an infield single, and all of this with 2 outs. Ground ball by Mike Eden. And Whitaker makes the play this time. So we go to the top of the third as the Orioles put 2 runs on the board. Sweet Lou will lead off the top of the third inning, and he strikes out looking. And we go back to the top of the lineup with Ricky Henderson. And Henderson hits a line drive into center field. That's the second out. No hits for the Tigers so far. This is bad, as Trammell grounds out too short. Go to the bottom of the third. Here is Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer, batting only .231 versus righties. Hits it right back to Morris. There's 1 down. Next up is Doug DeCinces, and he's got a base hit in the center. So 4 hits against Morris to go with those 2 walks. So Morris is definitely, we just signed him to that long-term deal, so we're stuck with him for a little while. As Singleton pops it up on the infield, so 2 down. Here is Rick Dempsey. Man, they are just unstoppable as he gets a base hit to left. It's first and second now. For Wayne Krenchicki, I mean, I don't even know what to do against this guy. I almost want to just intentionally walk him. There's a ground ball right to Trammell. And we put him out this time. Go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Orioles. And Gibby walks. Okay, so we got to stay on the double play. So we're going to try to have Gibby steal second base on Dempsey. And Gibson steals second. That is his 7th stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for Thompson. And Thompson crushes it. Gone. 10 home runs for JT. And my intention is to trade him. He is a free agent at the end of this year, as the score's all tied at 2 now. But I couldn't find a good deal for him, as Palmer walks Reggie. 5 walks now for Palmer. So, yeah, I mean, I do want to trade him. We're going to have Greg Brock take over. And Palmer walks Parrish. 6 walks here in the 4th inning for the Orioles pitcher. First and second, nobody out. Here is Gary Hancock. Kind of getting a reprieve. He was on the trade block as well. And he pops it out to shortstop. Oh, I'm sorry, that was to the catcher. So now it's 1 down. Runners at first and second. Here's Mickey Hatcher. We're going to let him swing away, and he's going to hit a line drive to center. Do we want him to tag up against Al Bumbry? I'm going to say yes. And Reggie is safe at third. So we've only got 1 hit. That's a home run so far, from JT. And a balk by Palmer scores our 3rd run. We take the lead. Runner on second base now for Lou. And Lou grounds out to third. And that is the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Put 3 runs on the board. And it's 3-2 Detroit. Bobby Bonner leading off the bottom of the 4th. Hits a ground ball to Whitaker. There's 1 down. Next up is Bumbry. And Bumbry grounds out to first. Back to the top of the lineup with Jimmy Sexton. And Sexton is going to fly out to Henderson in center. And a 1-2-3 inning. Just what the Tigers needed after getting all those runs on the board. We go to the top of the 5th with Ricky Henderson leading off. And Palmer walks Henderson for his 7th walk. And still, Baltimore has not seen enough. We're going to try to steal with Henderson. On a curveball, slow curve, 68 miles an hour. As Palmer's a junk ball pitcher at this stage of his career. That's 25 stolen bases, yeah, for Ricky. So runner in scoring position. And now Palmer throws a wild pitch, moving Henderson to third base. They're keeping the infield back. 2-2 count. Oh, and he strikes out. Trammell strikes out swinging, and there's 1 down. So we just need Gibby to get this ball to the outfield. There we go. That's one way to do it. Base hit up the middle. Only the 2nd hit as Gibby gets an RBI single and then advances to second on an error by Bumbry. So Baltimore falling apart here in the 5th. 1 down. And JT just jacked another one. Oh my God. A 2-run shot into right field, and he's got 11 home runs. That is insane. I can't even believe it. So 1 down for Reggie, and Reggie walks. That was the 8th walk. And finally, Baltimore's had enough. They're pulling Palmer from the game, and they're bringing in Nate Snell. We'll take a look at Nate. 8th game on the season. Wow, his ERA is at a 7.88 clip there. That's not good. 14 earned runs in 16 innings. And 7 walks, 3 Ks, opponent's batting .329. So we will take those numbers. Oh, Parrish strikes out. So 2 for Gary Hancock, 0 for 3 in his career against Snell. And he rips it to right on the line. It's going to be caught by Singleton. And that is the 3rd out. So Snell comes in and shuts the Tigers down. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're up 6-2 now. As Morris seems to have settled in. Eden hits it right back to Morris. That's 1 down. Next up is Eddie Murray. He's got a home run against Morris in his career. And Morris strikes him out looking. 3 Ks now for Jack. So 2 down for Doug DeCince. He's going to pop it up just past the second base bag. And it's caught by Tremmel for the 3rd out. So another 1-2-3 inning for Morris. We go to the top of the 6th. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. And we already know JT is the player of the game so far with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. So top of the 6th, Mickey Hatcher strikes out to lead off the inning. 1 down. Here's Sweet Lou, 0 for 2 on the day. He pops it into left field. And looks like the shortstop made the catch to Bobby Bonner. 2 down for Ricky. Ricky, ground ball to 3rd. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So Nate Snell coming in and retiring all 5 batters he's faced. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Kenny Singleton leading off the inning, popping it up to Parrish for the 1st out, 1 down. Rick Dempsey up next, hitting it right back to Morris. How many plays has Morris made this game? That is the 2nd out. Here's Wayne Krenchicki. Ground ball to 3rd. And Hatcher makes the play, so fantastic. Another 1-2-3, that's 9 in a row, at least for Jack. We go to the 7th. Still 6-2. And Nate Snell still in the game. Trammell hits a ground ball to 2nd. Krenchicki makes the play. 1 down. Gibby strikes out looking. Tigers still only have 3 hits. We have twice as many runs as we do hits, and 2 of those are home runs by JT. And here's Thompson grounding to 2nd. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bobby Bonner leading off. Morris only at 87 pitches right now, so he is looking strong, getting Bonner to pop it up to Tram. Al Bunbury up next with 1 out. Looks like that might drop in. A little duck snort for a base hit for Bunbury. So the speedy Bunbury on first. I don't think they're going to bunt. Down 4 runs. Oh no. Here we go. Morris walks Sexton. This is where things might get a little complicated. As Eden hits a line drive to right. Bunbury tags up and moves to 3rd. So 2 down for Murray. Murray 0 for 2 with a walk today. This is a guy's due. Oh, he strikes out swinging. And Morris has got himself a pretty damn good game going on right now as we go to the top of the 8th. 6-2. Reggie leading off the inning. There's his first. Oh, I thought that was his first hit as a Tiger. Instead, he flies out to left field. He had walked all 3 of his plate appearances before that pop out. I mean, when you think about it, we only have 3 hits, but we have 7 more walks. So it's not like we're not getting on base. There's a base hit. Lance Parrish gets his first hit of the day. 1 for 3 now. So runner on first for Gary Hancock. There's a base hit to left. Parrish holds at second. And Hancock's now 1 for 4. First and second, Mickey Hatcher looking for his first hit as a Tiger. There it is. Line drive to left. Oh, wait, did he catch it? He did catch it. Oh, that is unfair. No, we're not going to risk that. Wow. So a nice play in left field for Sexton. First and second now for Lou, and a wild pitch moves everybody up. I missed that. Tim Stoddard came in. This is his 17th game, 3-2 on the season. 4.05 ERA, 10 walks, 18 Ks. Opponents are only batting 179 versus the righty. But he throws that wild pitch, moving the runners into second and third. One swing of the bat would have put this game away. Instead, Whitaker flies out to right field. And we go to the bottom of the eighth. Tigers strand the runners, and we still hold that 6-2 lead. Morris just over 100 pitches. I think this is the point where we kind of keep our eye on him now. Ground ball by DeSince to Hatcher, and Hatcher throws him out. I don't know what kind of a hitter Hatcher is going to be for us, but I have total confidence in him defensively, which I did not have with Gross or with Tommy B. Okay, so there is a walk of Singleton. Definitely a double play candidate with Rick Dempsey, the catcher, up next. And he's going to bloop it in for a hit. But, oh, wait. Okay. So every time I've tried to make the call, I've been wrong today, as Dempsey flies out to center field. And this is where we're going to pull Morris. 113 pitches. No earned runs, 4 walks and 4 Ks. So a good performance. And we're going to bring in Dave Rucker for his first appearance of the season. He was not very good last year at age 22. You'll see there he was 1-1 with that 5.93 ERA. Only 13.2 innings pitched, 5 walks, 5 Ks. Opponents batted .281 against him. No saves. He had a blown save in there. So 2 down. Runner on first for Krinchicki. And he's going to get a base hit to left. Unbelievable. So, yeah, that was crap. So, okay, now we're going to bring in Beckwith. Joe Beckwith hasn't pitched since 1979. He didn't pitch out at all in the majors last year. In fact, he was in Double-A. They demoted his ass. And then this year, the Dodgers had him at Triple-A, and he pitched really well. This was an easy player for me. This is like the main player I wanted with Greg Brock. So I'm hoping this guy can get it done here. Bobby Bonner batting .345 versus righties. Let's see if Beckwith can get us out of it. Ground ball to Thompson at first, and we get out of that little jam there. We go to the top of the ninth, and Ricky's going to lead it off here against Tim Stoddard. And a base hit for Ricky. There we go. Oh, yeah, we're up 6 runs. We're going to go for 2. That's bullshit. As Ricky is thrown out at second base. Sexton's not even an outfielder. He's a shortstop. Actually, I guess he's a kind of a utility player. But, yeah, that's stupid. Oh, no, and then Trammell follows that up by going Oppo Taco for his, what is that, his 6th home run? 7th home run. I shortchanged him. Trammell might be the team MVP with batting .335. So fantastic. 3 home runs for the Tigers today. And we put another run on the board to make it 7-2. Gibby strikes out. So we're down to our last batter here with JT. And they walk him. They don't want any part of him getting his 3rd home run. So runner on first for Reggie. And Reggie pops it up. So that will be the third out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We've got, this is not a save opportunity, so we're going to let Beckwith, who is a long reliever, we're going to let him try to close this game out for us. Beckwith gets Bunbury to ground out to Trammell. There's one down here in the ninth. Back to the top of the lineup with Jimmy Sexton. And Beckwith walks Sexton. So 2 walks today for Sexton. I want to call him Big Sexy. That was Richie Sexton's nickname when he was on the Brew Crew and Seattle. Mike Eden flies out to left. We're down to our final out. Let's see if Beckwith can close this game out against Eddie Murray. Oh no, he rips it into left center field all the way to the wall. Sexton scores, and the slow-footed Murray has himself a triple. All right, so 2 down. Here's Doug to Sincic. Ground ball right back to Beckwith, and Beckwith tosses him out. So all in all, pretty decent game there. We win 7-3. Player of the game, man, we're going to have to probably give that to JT. I think that's a pretty easy one. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the transactions. See if anything new happened today. Dennis Leonard is out 5 weeks for Kansas City, as well as one of the relief pitchers, Rennie Martin. So not great. Let's take a look at the standings. We're still 7 back, but we leapfrog over the Yankees, and we're back to 500. So I'm curious to see where this team is going to go now that we've made some moves. Oops, we already did that. My bad. Let's pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. We'll be back tomorrow with Game 2 of this very short 2-game series. Let's see what we have here with the box scores. It's taking a moment to load. Yeah, we have to give it to JT, right? 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. He had a walk in there as well. So those 2 home runs give Thompson 11. Trammell got his 7th. Jack Morris gets the win. He's 4-2 now, and somehow Joe Beckwith got the save. His first save on the year. Maybe that's because Rucker, with that hit that he gave up, must have put Beckwith within. What is that rule when it's threatened to be within the 3 runs or whatever it is? So Jim Palmer takes the loss. He's 7-3. Looked terrible. 8 walks for Palmer. And that's going to do it. We're going to wrap it up here, and we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great night.